Yes, very
You?
much here.
Okay, so where did I meet Nidhika and how did I meet Nidhika? Nidhika, was it 2.5, 3 years back?
Yeah, I think so. I think we met at a WOW function. Is that where we first met?
Yes, I think
Yeah, we did, right?
yes.
But it's
And
at least 2.5, 3 years. Yes.
I remember now. We were, there was this place in, I think, Lokhandwala area and further beyond uh, uh, Shobha Arya had picked up. And you had come over there and you were talking, and I just walked up. This had a little staircase, and you had
Yes.
to walk up. And
Yes.
you were talking there, and I was talking. I was also being interviewed. So that's when we met each other. We looked at each other and had a complete 10-minute conversation.
Yes.
Something about you that really, um, it kind of, I don't remember anyone else. Let me put it like this.
How sweet.
I
Thank
don't,
you.
I,
You're
I
making my
remember,
day now. With that.
Shobha Arya was there. Of course, I can't forget her.
No, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Then we had our Sardarni, Dharminder
Yes,
went Sarda
Savneet.
down. And Savneet was there. To be
Yes.
very honest, I didn't notice Savneet on that day. I noticed you for some reason, and we had a heart-to-heart conversation.
Yes.
And I think your book was getting launched at that time, or you were in
Yeah.
the process of launching it, something like that.
Yes, that's
And
right.
something about you kind of just held me together. And I was talking very deeply from my heart about how women. Uh, so this is what I said on that day. I remember that often it's said that if a woman goes out and educates herself, she should actually go and thank her husband.
Mm.
But how come nobody says that she needs to thank herself? Because if she was not motivated at the age of 30, 40 to go out
Correct.
and study, no matter how much money her husband would have put over there, she wouldn't have gone out. Of course, there's a big shukran for the man, but
Right.
at the same time, you can't underdo what a woman is doing. And you were
Absolutely.
standing there watching something, and I think we both kind of looked at each other and we acknowledged each other. And then from there on, we met and we met and we
And
met
we met.
again. And then you interviewed me for the Invincibles.
Yes, that's
Before
right.
that, also we met a few times where we stood with each other and said, "Hey, तूने ना ये jewelry बहुत अच्छी डाली है."
Discussion on clothes and jewelry all the time. I'm always asking Anu कि ये सूट कहाँ से खरीदा यार ये तो बताओ.
ये jewelry कहाँ से ली है? And yeah, that I remember. And then the last bit that I remember is the last function that you had of Tilsa,
Yes.
and where I was also a speaker.
Yes.
But you know what it is? I saw you growing.
Oh, how lovely.
I
Thank you.
saw you growing. When I was walking up the stairs, it feels like I noticed this beautiful lady. And then I saw her growing every day. And today she holds so many people together.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
amazing, outstanding. And for me, she felt like an inspiration from someone who I just noticed to someone who was making me, was making sure that I had a stage to be noticed on. Thank you
How's
so much. That's a transformation I saw.
Wow, my
So,
God, I have goosebumps, Anu. I have to say that is the sweetest introduction I've ever received. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for reminding me of all these lovely times we've been together.
yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So, Nidhika, you had a few photographs of yours. Do
Yes.
you have them and can you share them?
Oh, I don't, it's on my phone actually, not on my laptop.
Okay, don't worry. I'll share them from here at some
Okay.
point.
Okay.
Can you take me back into your childhood actually?
Sure. Sure.
Thank you.
So, born and brought up in a very typical middle class family. I was a very happy go lucky child, just try to keep everybody around me happy. I think they all looked up to me for some joy. And I was this, it was almost like if you got me into a room full of a dark cloud, I would bring light to it and I would make people happy. And I would do anything that was possible within, the spectrum of being the age I was to do that for people. Education was given a lot of importance in our house, so padhai pe bahut zyada focus tha, and I was kind of a brilliant child. So yes, did well in school and college as well. एंड पेरेंट्स को हमेशा ये शौक था कि मैं डॉक्टर बनूं. आई थिंक वो यू नो उस जमाने में लाइक सी आई एम गोइंग टू बी 43 नाउ. सो एट दैट टाइम इट वाज डॉक्टर. अगर जो बच्चा ब्राइट होता था उसे डॉक्टर बनाते थे या इंजीनियर बना देते थे, या अगर बहुत ही जिद करे कि नहीं हमें ये सब नहीं करना है तो बोलते थे चलो MBA फाइनेंस कर लो. इसके बियॉन्ड पेरेंट्स डिडंट नो एनी करियर. सो देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ यू नो थॉट बिहाइंड बीइंग अ डॉक्टर, बट I couldn't dissect for the life of me. Like I was like, no way I can do this. And then the second was engineering. और मुझे ना ये entrance देने से इतना डर लगता था. I was like, नहीं मेरे को engineering नहीं करनी. बहुत boring लोग होते हैं. And एक joke भी मैंने सुना था किसी से, one of my cousins who was an engineer, she used to say that हमारे यहाँ पे ना बहुत कहावत है कि the campus has males and non-males. So like there is no women in engineering, you know. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And I wanted to study psychology. I was very excited about that subject, basically because my mom's elder sister, middle sister actually, my Masi, she was a psychologist, and I was always super impressed with her because, you know, she would come, and mostly all kids were very scared of her because she would come and she would ask you to draw things, okay? And then based on what you drew, she would actually tell you what your thinking is, what your character is, and so on and so forth. And I was the only child who used to do perfect drawing. So I used to get all the good character certificates from her. And I used to like, wow, this is amazing. I want to be able to see what people think with their drawing. And yeah, so I was excited about studying psychology, but my dad was not very excited about it. He's like, नहीं बेटा, पागलों के डॉक्टर बनने का कोई मतलब नहीं होता है, ये कोई करियर नहीं होता है. So you know, you either, if you are not doing doctorate engineering, तो तुम at least finance करो. And that's exactly what happened. So I moved to studying finance in Lancaster in UK. So that's the early part. Yeah.
Wow. So from psychology to finance.
Yeah, desire of studying psychology to actually studying finance. And I was good at finance. Let me say it this way, like I'm very good with numbers. I think that is something Savneet loves about me as well. She like सारे number इसको याद रहते कौन सा क्या करना है. But it was, my heart was not in it. It's like, you know, you may be good at something, but it still doesn't give you that soul satisfaction. So वो मुझे कभी ऐसा नहीं लगता था कि बड़ा joyful है. Like मैं बैठ के बातें कर सकती थी, that used to give me a lot of joy. सुन भी सकती थी, that also gave me a lot of joy. But so exactly what a counselor or a therapist does, बैठ के सुनो लोगों की बातें. But never the numbers gave me joy, but it made it, you know, I was good at it. So I was not bad off doing that career. And I was in it for almost 7 years before I moved out of it.
So Nidhika, when we were talking with each other, I actually sat down and laughed because you put it down in such a hilarious way. Yeah. And literally the dark cloud, if there was any in my room, had actually gone away because she spoke about the police station. And could you talk about police station?
So so I'll share that again. Okay. So basically the reason my dad never wanted me to be a psychologist, because my dad and my Masi never got along. उनका वो कहते हैं ना 36 का आंकड़ा था, तो हर चीज में they used to have, you know, different opinions. And he used to be like, नहीं पहले तो first his thing was that नहीं मासी की तरह नहीं बनना है, you know. And then it was like, अच्छा चलो ठीक है, मासी does normal psychology, I will do criminal psychology. मेरे को detective बनने का बहुत शौक था. I think the only novel I ever read was Nancy Drew, you know, all those case files. Yeah. So I used to love being a detective, playing a detective, you know, लोगों का खोज के क्या सोच रहा है, ये क्या कर रहा है. I mean, I could hack any software, any data in even at that time. And you know, so I said मैं criminal psychologist बनूंगी पापा. So he like, अच्छा मतलब बेटा तुम जेल में बैठे रहोगे सारा time, you know, that is like all the time you're going to be sitting in the jail, हम तुम्हें जेल में मिलने आएंगे, you know, ये कौन सी aspiration है तुम्हारी, अच्छे खासे घर से निकल के जेल में बैठ जाएगी लड़की. And then I said चलो ठीक है, एक काम करते हैं, consumer psychology पढ़ लेती हूँ, I'll do branding. So I applied for MICA. I got through. I was number 1 on the list. And then my dad says, बेटा ये कोई करियर नहीं होता है, ये साइकोलॉजी, कंज्यूमर साइकोलॉजी, तुम ना फाइनेंस करो, अभी बहुत चल रहा है, बहुत सक्सेस मिलेगी इसमें, यू डू दिस. सो ही सेज करना है तो देन आई वाज वेरी जिद्दी, नहीं मेरे को माइका में मिल गया पापा, आई विल गो. ही इज लाइक देखो पढ़ाई करनी है तो करो, वरना शादी करो चुपचाप आगे बढ़ो लाइफ में. सो लाइक ओके ठीक है, आई स्टडी फाइनेंस. एंड दैट्स हाउ द डिसीजन वाज मेड टू स्टडी फाइनेंस. या.
So what are you doing right now?
I'm doing I think I've done all of it that I wanted to do. So At the moment, I'm doing, yes, life coaching, which is, of course, and healing, which is a part of psychology, counseling, therapy, whichever way you want to call it. But yes, I like to get into people's minds and shift their minds.
So you're being the Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes की तेरे दिमाग में चल क्या रहा है मुझे बता.
Okay, so Nitika, I'm going to share your photographs.
Yes.
And then I can put off my this phone because otherwise it's going to echo.
Yeah.
So just guys give me a minute. That's Nitika.
अभी भी ऐसी दिखती हूँ देखो.
अच्छा बता तो दो कौन है.
अच्छा ये मैं हूँ और ये मेरे भाई साहब है, elder brother Ajay Bahel, who is a film director, very famous now. Yeah, and we have an 8 years gap between us.
Okay.
And now you can see, like, I'm so amused in front of the camera, and look at him being so sober and responsible elder brother, you know. But I'm the naughty one. Like, I'm so excited कि मेरी photo खींच रहा है कोई. Limelight में रहने का इतना शौक था देखो.
So can you look at this picture and create a story? Just what is this girl thinking when she's looking at you now?
When she's looking at me now. I honestly, whenever if I'm down, I look at this picture, it makes me really smile because I think there is just real joy in my eyes at that age. Like if you see, it's just जो अंदर से वो ऐसा होता है ना फूट के खुशी निकल रही है पता नहीं क्यों amused है लेकिन generally amused है. That is what I feel when I look at this picture, that I was always this person who was like finding joy wherever I went. Like कुछ भी हो रहा हो आसपास कुछ भी माहौल हो, I will find my own joy and I will find my own. Like I remember even as a child I used to crack jokes and nobody used to laugh at them, but I only used to laugh. And then I will keep laughing and I'll keep rolling only in that laughter, you know. In fact, once in I mean, this is a little old, this is young, but a little older, when I was in class 11th, and I never shared this with you, Anu, so this is new. We had हमारा accounting का class था, commerce पढ़ती थी मैं तब, and just before the class, my you know I was in a girls' school, so we used to share these tables. There were 2 girls sitting on one table, and this one girl cracked a joke. और मेरे को इतनी जोर की हंसी आ गई और मैं जोर से हंसे जा रही हूँ and the teacher walks in, Mrs. Madhusudan, her name was. She was an accounting teacher and she was also a class teacher. So she's like, everybody's saying good morning ma'am and I'm going on laughing. So she says, yes Miss Bell, anything wrong with you? And I'm like, no ma'am, and I'm going on laughing. She's like, what's so funny? The more she would ask me what's so funny, the more I would laugh. I just couldn't control my laughter for 40 minutes. I was laughing. And everybody is watching and the kids are looking at me and laughing even more. And Mrs. Madison, she's shocked. I'm the class monitor and I'm going on laughing. I have no control on my laughter. I'm like bubbling, kuch search ke I'm laughing. Like I'm amused about something. This happened, like something, you know, creative stories. And then of course I got pulled on into principal's office and I got a piece of their mind. But yeah, so that's the story. Like,
हंसने के लिए भी आपको पनिश किया जाता है.
Yes.
I'm just going to show another photograph of yours.
Yeah, that's with my dad.
Can you see how similar?
Yes.
2 of them are looking.
Yes.
I got confused.
Yeah, I am a carbon copy of my father, and there is no denying, like, you know, the way I think, the way I behave, the value system, everything. And I mean, I could say my dad was my soulmate. You know, it's like everything was like Papa's girl, you know. But it's, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about your dad here?
Yeah, so, well, he was the kind of father who would, okay, so I'll tell you another incident. This is very hilarious. So dad was the kind of person, like a father who would play with you a lot, you know, like he really wanted to give quality time to his children. And when we were small, because again, my parents had me when mom was 32 and dad was 39. So imagine when I was 2-3 years old, dad was in his 40s, you know. So obviously छोटे बच्चे बड़े exciting लगते हैं that age, you know. अगर कम उम्र में हो जाए तो उतने exciting नहीं लगते ना, they're a little irritant. But I was like dad's girl, so he would come and play hide and seek with me. अच्छा, और मैं इतनी छोटी थी कि मुझे छुपने को भी नहीं आता था कि you know छुपते कैसे है. So I used to stand in front of him only and pretend that मैं छुप गई हूँ. And he would go around the house and say, "अरे," my nickname was, nickname is Babusha. So she said, "अरे बबूशा कहाँ गई? किसी ने देखा क्या? किधर चली गई? कबर्ड में तो नहीं गई?" And I'm standing right in front of him. अरे कर्टन के पीछे तो नहीं गई? मम्मी से पूछेंगे, "अरे तुमने देखा किधर गई? मैंगो शेक तो नहीं पी रही कहीं बाथरूम में बैठ के?" You know, some funny, like he would go on for half an hour, and he would do every day. And he would play chess. He would he trained me in chess. He would play carom. He would like crazy about games. Okay, he would not even eat food. He would not get anything. He would just spend time with me. And my brother one day he got damn cheesed off. He's like, "What is happening?" You know. So he he comes to me and to burst my bubble. He says, "Papa dikh rahe hain?" I said, "हाँ." He says, "तो तेरे को नहीं लगता कि अगर तुझे वो दिख रहे तो उनको भी तू दिख रही होगी?" And I was like, हाँ. So like, he can see you bloody, at least छुप रहा है तो कम से कम ढंग से तो छुपो कि दिखो नहीं. So like, I remember I'm like crying and like he burst my bubble. I thought मैं कितने अच्छे से छुपी हूँ. And he just like, you know, he was like,
I'm sure this has brought up memories for many, many people. And in many, many, many ways. Because I'm just going to, I need to undo myself. Okay, anyway. So it feels to me when you're talking about this, Nigdika, that people could be sitting down and saying, I also did that with my father. So what did you learn from this?
So for me, I think, Dad was one person I would go for everything to. Like, you know, even for anything, I felt he understood me like he's another me. And I was always about trying to be Dad's carbon copy. Like I think I had the amount of respect I had for him and the kind of person he was. Very hardworking. You know, of course, both my parents came from Pakistan originally, and mom was from an army background, so it was, the transition was a little better for her. But for Dad, it was very, very taxing, and he never, he lost his father when he was too young. There were 10 brothers and sisters, and Dad took to working at an age of 7 years. And उन्होंने सबसे पहला काम जो किया, he used to
Nidika, you're not
there. Utensils at a Golga. Hello? Can you hear me?
Now again, you'll have to repeat the last 2 seconds.
Yeah, sure. So I was saying that Dad, because he, they relocated as refugees, and they, of course, lost their father at a very young age, and he was only 7 years old at that time. And there were 10 brothers and sisters, and there were 3 of them younger than him. So he started working at a very young age, and he was very good at art. So he used to do paintings and posters for movies. He used to paint them. He never had a chance to go to school. He would wash utensils at the Golgappe Wala and all that. And he straight away went to class 10th in Open University, got into engineering, and then he moved into, he was not getting a job, so he took job in Kala Pani. Us zamane mein Kala Pani hota tha, Andaman Nicobar mein. So he took that. He served MES for 20 years before he moved into business when I was born. So, knowing that he is somebody, he's a go-getter, he never gives up in life, he's resilient, he bounces back from any situation. I always aspired to be like my father. So, like, the amount of respect I had for him was something else only. I think it still is, and I still feel he's very much around, although he's not in this world. But I feel his presence all the time around me, because I know that anytime I get lost, I just think, what would Papa do at this time? And then I get my answers,
So Ritika, can you take us to the last days of him being there around you?
Sure. So this is, I was, okay, so that was around the 7th year of my marriage. I got married in 2001, and this is 2008. And I was having a lot of challenges in my marital life. And at some point, like, I had hidden it from my family because I did not want to bring them into it or create any kind of trauma for them. But finally, I had to share, the things were not right and that I was looking for a divorce. This was in 2008. And I think around that time when I shared this with my father was the time he suffered a heart attack. Now, honestly, today I understand there was no connection between what I shared, because dad was emotionally very, very, like, he was a strong person. It would have not shaken him. He was like, I'm always there for my child. But I know it hurt him that I know it hurt him that, I never shared in these 7 years, whatever I was going through. I never talked about it to my family because I was trying to fight it out. And he suffered a heart attack, and within 5 days he passed away. So 29th July is when he got a heart attack, as far as, yeah. And we're talking 2008, so 12 years ago. And 4th August, he passed away. And um, that time for me, I went through a major guilt as it is. Like, although nobody in the family ever tried to say that it's got anything to do with you, but I assumed that guilt on myself, and I suffered a clinical depression post that, because as it is, there were challenges in the marriage. I had already attempted suicide once or twice, and the second time was pretty bad. And then, of course, dad's death added to all of that. And then that's when I suffered clinical depression, and I was depressed for almost 6 years of my life. And the doctors said that there may be no return for maybe 15, 20 years. Maybe she'll never become normal again. But but I'm in front of you. So it's, so I guess I could bounce back.
I just want you to think, you stood in front of him behaving that you had hidden. And he always made an ullu out of you and said, yes, you're hiding. He said, tu doodh pee rahi hai, tu kahan chupi hui hai, tu kahan hai. And you know what is funny? According to Meta Health, and something that I didn't tell you on that day, and when we are saying it again, I'm just compelled to tell you this.
Sure.
He always knew that you were not okay. For 7 years, he hid it from you.
Yeah.
Just like he used to do in your childhood. And then you broke the bubble this time for him by saying something is not okay, Dad.
Right.
And that was in Meta Health. Heart attack happens when the person gets out of stress, not when you're in stress. So he was relieved that you had at last opened your mouth and told him what he needed to hear from you, Nidika Bahal. He was very happy for you that you were at last asking for him and speaking for him. And he loved you a lot. And the evidence of that is that he really loved you from the bottom of his heart.
That I know. And he still does. And I know he's very much around like my guardian angel. I never miss him because I never put his photograph anywhere. Log phool chadhate hain, main nahi chadhati because mujhe lagta hai papa bhi yahin pe hain. He's very much with me. So in every decision, he's a part of it.
Wow. And what amazes me, so many people on this forum had their papas and mummies coming from Pakistan. It just feels like I'm doing something that I don't even know. We are acknowledging the sacrifices of the people who actually are the inspiration behind us, and acknowledging the generations who are standing behind us.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for that, Nidika. Take me to your mom and show me a little bit about her. Because she must be an amazing lady.
Yes.
To have settled with an amazing man like this, from Golgappa to being a businessman. Yes.
Yes. And theirs was a love marriage. So that's very exciting as well. In fact, she walked out of her home to marry him. And that was very courageous at that time. And Mama is, she was a science teacher. She taught biology and chemistry. And she is one of the most active members of Indian Women's Club. She's on all the platforms. She's on Instagram. She's on Twitter. She's on, she's on Facebook. She's the first one to comment on all our lives, all our videos. She is a tiger mom in the real sense. She's a mother who will stand by you no matter what. She will upgrade herself to be part of your world and stay relevant to her children. She's 74 years old. And she knows technology. Like now she started sending GIFs and stuff because she's figured that out also. And and always encouraging, always supporting, and an amazing chef. My God, Hamara Ghar was famous. Mama ka nickname is Billy, and it was famous as Billy da Dhaba. Anybody who would come would eat food and go, and she's probably the world's best cook. I don't think I ever get close, although I sometimes compete with her and say, Mummy, ye dish na maine is baari aapse better banayi hai. But I hardly get close to her cooking. But she is amazing as a woman. She's very supportive. I think dad was who he was because mom stood by him as like a solid pillar. So पापा की एक और चीज बहुत फनी थी कि वो मूवी देख के बहुत रोते थे, like अगर कोई इमोशनल सीन आएगा ना तो he'll start crying, he'll make faces and he'll try to hide as if he's not crying, but he would cry. But mom is very emotionally strong, so I think as a couple they really completed each other in that sense. And yeah, I take inspiration from their marriage, or what a marriage should be like.
Wow. So Nitika, you said very casually that you tried taking your life twice.
Yes.
And I remember even when you were talking to me, you truly know how to make the dark cloud look like a laughter story. I laughed. कौन हंसता है किसी की suicide के बारे में सुन के? But literally, I remember I was in splits. I was laughing. Could you take us through it?
Sure.
Thank you.
So I think the main reason for that was that, when I was in school and college, despite being a bright child, despite being someone that people had very big dreams for, people had dreams for me कि ये बड़े होके ये करेगी, वो करेगी, magazine में आएगी, पैसे कमाएगी, all of that. मेरा सिर्फ एक ही ख्वाब था कि मैं दुनिया की सबसे अच्छी बीवी बनूंगी और दुनिया की सबसे अच्छी माँ बनूंगी. I had no other dream. And I always wanted to marry in a joint family. I always used to tell my mom कि मेरी ना joint family में शादी कराना ना, nuclear family मेरे को समझ में नहीं आती. अगर एक से झगड़ा हो तो फिर कोई बात करने के लिए नहीं होएगा. कम से कम एक से झगड़ा हो तो बाकी लोग तो होंगे ना बात करने के लिए. Like I always wanted a full house. And but unfortunately my marriage did not go as I had imagined a marriage to be, for whatever reasons, and I wouldn't say that my husband was a bad guy or anything. He was a nice human being, but our thinking patterns were completely opposites. What he liked, I didn't like. What I liked. So, two good people, but together they are a disaster. So that's what it was. And that kind of, the realization that what I had dreamed about, my only dream, कि मैं दुनिया की सबसे अच्छी वाइफ बनूं, सबसे अच्छी माँ बनूं, वो पूरा नहीं हो रहा है. And that trauma, I think, played on me quite a bit. And it's something जो आपको दीमक की तरह खाता है. It is nothing like एक कोई ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते कि एक particular incident के बाद आपने किया. It's something which is cumulative. It's like daily compounding. And then there comes a time which they say, the straw broke the camel's back. So that one small thing, and then you're like, bas ab mujhse aur nahi ho raha. It was painful in the past, it's painful now, it's going to be painful in the future. And you have a sense of hopelessness. And that's where it happened. The first time, I attempted, I actually did not want to kill myself. I have to be very honest. वो suicide के नाम पे काफी कलंक टाइप का ही था. So, मैंने क्या किया, knife
suicide के नाम पे कलंक. I mean, who does that? It's like saying murda kabar se utha.
So, like I was like, कैसे करे, बड़े ideas आते थे because Bollywood pictures, क्योंकि my whole world was Bollywood movies. I'm a huge fan of movies, अभी भी मैं रोज रात को टीवी देखते ही सोती हूँ, not TV but movies. So मैंने सोचा चलो काटते हैं, ये शायद आसान रहेगा. वो गला वाला दबा के and all, I don't know, like मर गई तो काटते हैं. तो मैंने शुरू किया and I was like, fuck यार, ये तो बहुत दुख रहा है यार. और like dissect तो हो नहीं रहा था बचपन में, तो अभी कैसे कटता था. थोड़ा सा 3-4 मार्क लगाए, थोड़े 2-3 बूंद आए, थोड़ा स्क्वीज करके ज्यादा निकाल दिए, बोल के I'm killing myself. I called my husband, I think I'm killing myself. So he came home, he's like, क्या हो गया तेरे को? I was like, नहीं, so the first attempt was very mild, but uske baad, I think almost 9 months later is when I took a whole bottle of sleeping pills मैंने खा डाले, because मुझे लगता था कि कुछ होने वाला नहीं है और मैं अपनी troubles अपने parents के पास लेके नहीं जाना चाहती थी. I always felt that उन्होंने they did the best for us as parents. They were the most loving parents. They were people who supported their children in whatever they did, and आज भी करते हैं. हमारे हर decision में उन्होंने हमें support किया है कि I cannot go back to my parents as a failure. I didn't want to do that, so I felt कि खुद को मार लो, खत्म हो जाएगा. But बहुत ही stupid thinking है, कभी नहीं करना चाहिए, because मतलब now I realize that life is so beautiful. There is always a solution. उस समय नहीं लगता था कि solution है, तो लगता था यही एक solution है. But today I can say that it's the worst solution ever. और अगर किसी को थोड़ा सा डराना है ना, तो मैं थोड़ा डराऊं अनु, horror.
डरा.
So मैं ना एक मेटाफिजिकल क्लास में गई, तो उधर जो प्रीचर थे ना, उन्होंने बोला कि अगर आप अपने आप को सुसाइड कर ले, they say that everybody has a karma to complete in this world. So if you kill yourself short of your karma, which means you are ending your life, your body, before your karma is complete. So then you have to complete your karma by riding other people's bodies. So for example, I have karma A, B, C. Now once my body is given up, अभी मुझे proper A वाला तो कोई मिलने वाला नहीं है, तो मुझे A1, A2, A3 ऐसे ढूंढ के 25-30 लोगों की जिंदगी पे राइड करके अपना A कर्मा कंप्लीट करना पड़ेगा, फिर B, फिर C. So you should never kill yourself because you will be like riding people's bodies as ghosts and trying to complete your karma. और वो सुन के मैं इतना डर गई ना, I was like नहीं बाबा, जिंदगी में कभी नहीं, चाहे कुछ भी हो रहा हो ना, नेचुरल डेथ से ही मरना है, लेकिन खुद को नहीं मारना है. So yeah, that's what changed my concept about killing. And then of course eventually when I got out of depression, I realized that यार जिंदगी में हर चीज का solution होता है. अगर आप help time पे मांगो तो हेल्प टाइम पे मिल सकती है, लेकिन अगर आप मांगो ही नहीं, जैसे somebody like me who believe कि नहीं क्यों ऐसा अनु, वो भी हमारे एजुकेशन में बहुत बड़ा फ्लॉ है एजुकेशन सिस्टम में. एक बच्चा जो हमेशा टॉप पे रहा है, उसको आदत है कि वो हमेशा हर जिंदगी में हर चीज में फर्स्ट आया है, वो कैसे दिखाए कि मैं फेल कर गया? सीखा ही नहीं ना फेलियर तो, राइट? और अच्छा, पढ़ाई में इतना ज्यादा ध्यान था कि कभी खेलने भी नहीं गए नीचे, प्लेग्राउंड में भी कुछ नहीं सीखा. एक एवरेज बच्चा जो होता है ना, मैं समझती हूँ उनकी लाइफ बहुत अच्छी होती है, बिकॉज क्या है, उनको कभी नंबर ज्यादा आते हैं, कभी कम आते हैं, दे नो हाउ टू डील विद फेलियर. एक ब्राइट बच्चे को तो आता ही नहीं है फेलियर से, जिसने हमेशा गोल्ड मेडल ही जीता हो, उसे क्या पता व्हाट इट्स लाइक टू बी फेलिंग एंड गेटिंग अ रेड मार्क इन लाइफ, so you don't know because everybody is looking up to you. They are putting you on a pedestal and say कि इसकी तरह बनो बेटा, इसकी तरह, cousins को बोल रहे हैं इसकी तरह बनो, अब स्कूल में माँ बाप अपने बच्चों को बोल रहे हैं इसकी तरह बनो. As a result, you don't have any friends because everybody hates you, that why are you so good, because now I have to become like you. And so there was never a circle of friends to support, and there was never it was all the pressure to perform was so much that you can't be failing. So the only solution felt like मर जाओ, that is the only solution. आप वो जब मैं ही नहीं रहा तो फिर क्या रहा, that movie dialogue ना, सफर आनंद, कौन सी आनंद पिक्चर का डायलॉग.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. अच्छा, अभी निधिका आप वहां लेके जाए हमें जहां पे आपकी शादी के लिए ढूंढ रहे थे, वो शादी का तमाशा. बिकॉज आई एम श्योर आज भी ये शादी का तमाशा हमारी इंडिया में चल रहा है. Today also people are expecting people to have a certain tamasha around their marriage. They do not get married because they need companionship. Women and men often get married in our country because their parents think that they are right age to get married. The age is the reason to get married.
Right.
And how does that play out, and how did that play out in your life? Thank you.
So again, because पढ़ाई लिखाई में कभी ध्यान था, कभी आदमियों में तो ध्यान था ही नहीं. So I was like वो तेल लगा के 2 चोटी वाली लड़की, आदमियों को भी मुझ में ध्यान नहीं था, मुझे भी उनमें ध्यान नहीं था. Nobody was interested in either. But at about 22, 23, mom dad felt कि अब शादी करा देते हैं. This is the right age to get married. I got married quite early actually. So उन्होंने कहा कि अभी कैसे देखेंगे, तो I said वो न्यूज़पेपर में ऐड डालते ना, मैट्रिमोनियल ऐड. So like okay ठीक है. तो सैटरडे संडे न्यूज़पेपर में आता था, टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया में बहुत पॉपुलर था वो सेगमेंट. सब लोग ऐसे देखते थे, अभी स्कैन करेंगे, फिर उसको चिट्ठी लिखेंगे, फिर वहां से चिट्ठी आएगी फोटो वाली, देन यू सेट अप अ मीटिंग.
फोटो वाली
लड़के की फोटो, लड़की की फोटो. एंड लाइक मेरे मम्मी पापा कहते अरे हमें तो आता नहीं कंप्यूटर पे बेटा, तुम खुद की ऐड बना लो. सो देन मैं कॉपी करके वहां से बनाया, कॉन्वेंट एजुकेटेड साउथ दिल्ली गर्ल, like these were the attributes. कॉन्वेंट एजुकेटेड होनी चाहिए, मतलब लड़की अच्छी तमीजदार है, ठीक है, साउथ दिल्ली में रहती है, मतलब पैसे वाली फैमिली है, ऐसे कर करके पढ़ाई लिखाई है, सैलरी अच्छी है, these were the attributes. वो 200 स्क्वायर सेंटीमीटर का एड बनाया, डाला, बहुत सारे रिश्ते आए और बहुत सारे लोगों ने आके बड़े तमाशे भी किए. हमेशा आते थे अपनी वो फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्टिव मदर इन लॉज. और एक तो बहुत ही फनी थी, शी वाज वेयरिंग व्हाइट सैंडल्स लाइक जितेंद्र, हर सन वाज वेयरिंग व्हाइट एंड द हस्बैंड वाज आल्सो वेयरिंग व्हाइट. एंड मतलब इतने फनी ना, और मतलब आके ना, और लड़का इतना डम, कोई बात का मतलब उसको सीधा जवाब नहीं आया. हाँ, तो माँ बोलती है उठते समय कि वैसे बहन जी, वैसे तो देखो लड़की बहुत अच्छी है, लेकिन ना थोड़ी भारी है.
उसको ये नहीं पता ये आगे जाके भारी पड़ने वाली है लोगों पे.
So I was like, मतलब क्या मतलब है यार, मतलब ठीक है भारी, मतलब ऐसी भी कोई भारी नहीं थी यार, 68 किलो की थी तब मैं. अभी बोल सकते हैं अभी 90 की हूँ, लेकिन
No, I'm laughing. I'm laughing at our system.
Yeah, of course. मतलब वो भारी word ना इतना भारी पड़ गया ना मेरे पे. My brother would start teasing me. Sometimes he would tease me if I'm eating. He's like, थोड़ा कम खा, लड़का नहीं मिलेगा. And he's like. So this whole drama, like होता है, देखो अभी क्या होता है, या तो आप गोरे और काले का करते हैं या मोटे और पतले का करते हैं ना. अभी गोरी तो मैं थी luckily because both parents were fair. अब मोटी का क्या करूं, because मेरा compensation बचपन से ही खाना था यार. किसी ने सिखाया नहीं कोई और तरीके से अपनी emotions compensate करने का. तो जब भी कुछ मिला, ये खा लो, वो खा लो, चीनी like chocolate खा लो, समोसा खा लो. So all joy was in food. And mom भी इतनी अच्छी cook थी ना, तो ज्यादा भी खाते थे हम लोग घर पे. So मतलब my ideal de-stress was
खुश हो तो खाना खा लो, गम में हो तो खाना खा लो. If you're excited, eat. If you're sad, eat.
Absolutely, just keep eating.
पंजाबी हो तो खाना खा लो.
बिल्कुल.
पंजाबी हो तो खा लो. हाँ, और हमारा like मेरा बहुत funny था, like Friday was my, thank God it's Friday का concept हमारे बचपन से चला आ रहा है. तो उधर हमारा पापा के साथ क्या डील था कि every Friday he will bring वो कैसेट्स आते थे ना VCR में लगा के देखने वाले movies. He will get a cassette for me to watch a movie and either butter chicken or tawa chicken will come because.
Oh my God. I'm sure people's mouths are watering. Butter chicken and tawa chicken. Yes.
And the funniest was, I would eat half the chicken and 3 of them would eat half the chicken.
I'm sure my mother-in-law thought कि सारा chicken खा जाएगी.
So anyway, ऐसे funny रिश्ते आते गए काफी सारे. और एक बार ये ऐसा हुआ कि मॉम डैड को कोई थोड़ा बहुत पसंद आया था. वो 10 years elder था, तो मुझे लगा क्यों बुजुर्ग से मेरी शादी कर रहे हैं यार. मतलब मैं 23, वो 33 में क्या करूंगी इसके साथ, अंकल के साथ. So then that's how. So I went to office. I used to work at that time. So I went and I told this girl who used to sit next to me ना, मेरे थोड़ा कॉफी पीते पीते रोना, एक one आंसू. हाँ, so she says क्या हो गया? I was like, शादी करा रहे मेरी एक बुड्ढे के साथ. नहीं मतलब 10 साल बड़ा है उम्र में. So she like और कोई ऐसे कोई मिल ही नहीं रहा यार, सबको भारी लगती हूँ मैं for some reason. And she was even fatter than me. So she like ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, मिल जाते हैं लोग. तेरे को पता है हमारा जो बॉस है ना, उसको तुझ में बड़ा इंटरेस्ट है. मैंने कहा अच्छा, क्या उम्र है उसकी? So she says 25. I was 23. So I said अच्छा 2-2.5 साल का ही फर्क है ना, सही है, तो उसको बोल मुझे प्रपोज करने के लिए. The criteria of choosing a partner was वो मुझे भारी नहीं बोले. That's number 1. Number 2, उम्र का गैप 2-2.5 साल होना चाहिए. उसके अलावा कुछ अक्ल ही नहीं थी सोचने की कि कैसा पार्टनर चाहिए, कैसा नहीं चाहिए. No concept. इतनी पढ़ाई लिखाई की, लेकिन ये किसी ने नहीं बताया how to choose the right partner for yourself.
Wow. And that's so important. तो निधिका, आज अगर कोई क्राइटेरिया हो तो क्या हो?
बहुत से, अभी तो इतनी डिटेल है, मतलब 10 पेज की चेकलिस्ट है, लेकिन just to give you a feel of it, सबसे पहले somebody where the value system matches. I think on a day-to-day living, अगर आपकी thinking match नहीं करती है, तो it's very hard to create a happy marriage. You should have the same faith, मतलब your belief in God, the same God. Like I was married to an atheist and I was God-fearing person, so that was a big clash. But God भी same होगा तो अच्छा है. Like I'm a Punjabi who follows Christianity, so I would like a Punjabi who follows Christianity as well, right? Because it becomes easier ना. Church है, बोले church क्यों जा रही है, गुरुद्वारे चल तो फिर कलेश हो जाएगा. मतलब not that I don't go to the गुरुद्वारा, but my heart lies in the church because जूते नहीं उतारने पड़ते वहाँ पे. I love that about the church. So faith has to be the same. Again, it has to be a kind-hearted person. How he treats other people. Is he going to be nice to your family? Loving होना चाहिए, respectful होना चाहिए. Freedom loving भी हो, freedom giving भी हो. I always believe अगर आपको किसी से freedom चाहिए, तो आपको उनको space देना जरूरी है. So that understanding has to be there. Should be somebody who's into personal growth. Very important for me, because अगर I'm in a field where I'm continuously growing, reading. If my partner is not growing with me, then at some point we will, there will be a divide in our thinking. So somebody who's also passionate about growing himself or into self-development, personality development, all of those factors. Family, of course, have to get along. I feel that's very, very essential. हम लोग बोलते हैं कि शादी husband wife की नहीं होती. जैसे राजमा चावल बताई सबनीत ने अभी है. तो
कर
पूरी
ले।
फैमिली खुश होगी सुन के। So ना इमेजिन अगर आप राजमा चावल बनाओ और आपका आदमी हो फिरंग, वो कहेगा मेरे को तो कॉन्टिनेंटल चिकन चाहिए था, मतलब ये क्या बात हुई। सो यू नो योर टेस्ट बड्स हैव टू मैच। लाइक आई वाज मैरिड टू अ बिहारी ना, तो वो टेस्ट का भी इशू था, उसको फिश खाना था और मेरे को फिश कभी आज तक समझ ही नहीं आई। मतलब बेचारा अपने हाथ से ही खिलाता था बोन निकाल निकाल के, क्योंकि मुझे बोन निकालने को भी नहीं आता था। यू नो चिकन की बोन अच्छी होती है ना, इससे पकड़ के खा सकते हैं, अभी फिश की वो एक एक कांटा कैसे बैठ के निकाले कोई, यू नो। सो इट्स लाइक, so anyway, मतलब basically what I'm saying is that you should have a list. One should have a list of what kind of a life you want, what kind of a partner will be the best supporting person for that kind of life, and therefore go backwards from that and see what qualities you're looking for, and also try to create the same qualities. Because a person, अगर आपकी इतनी definition है, उसकी भी तो कोई definition होगी ना कि उसको कैसा partner चाहिए. Then the goal is to become that person. Because if I want to attract somebody who's at that level, I also need to upgrade myself and become that person who is a right partner for that kind of a person. So yeah,
Wonderful.
that's what I feel is the journey. Yeah.
Nidhika, I'm taking you now to the place where you were very depressed. How did you
Yes.
get out of it when doctors said that this girl is never going to get up, never going to survive, she's never going to climb anything, this is the doomsday, she will die like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you do every day, consistently maybe, or knowing or unknowingly, that made you see life differently and get out of the place that you were in? Because this is really important, guys, for all of you to understand there is always a way out.
Yeah.
And Nidhika is going to tell us right now what is the way out. Thank you, Nidhika.
Thank you. So, you know, when I went to the psychiatrist for the first time, he said that she's very severely depressed, and I would recommend giving her mental shocks to, you know, get her out of that state. And which meant that, and this was just after dad's death. So it meant that, see, mental shock ka reaction body pe kuch bhi ho sakta hai. Nobody takes a guarantee for it. Ki, you know, you can respond in any way. And I was like, agar mujhe kuch ulta reaction hua, then I will become dependent on mom. Mom is as it is dealing with papa's loss. So this is not something that I want to add to her plate at this time. So I asked the doctor, can you do something, you know, with which I can stay in Bombay only and I can manage on my own. So he said, yeah, what we can do is we can give you severe medication, बहुत सारा देना पड़ेगा, और उसका भी reaction, मतलब you could turn into a vegetable sort of a person, you may not be able to function in a normal life, and of course number crunching का career आपको give up करना पड़ेगा, वो आप बिल्कुल नहीं कर पाओगे because your brain will be slowed down at a level that you cannot function in that
I'm
sense.
just going to stop you for a minute here.
Yeah.
Savneet right now in your business says you're the best at number crunching. And from the experience that I've had with you, you're a very tasteful, beautiful, graceful person who knows how to showcase people and put herself in the right place. And to be in that place where you were, where the doctor was saying, ki, you know what, it's quite possible that you will never get out. I salute you. Continue.
Thank you, Anu. So yeah, so I said okay for the medication, and he put me on like bowlfuls of medication 3 times a day, and literally I turned into somebody who was sleeping most part of my life. You know, I would get up, I would sit by the window, and I would keep crying. I would keep crying and crying and crying and crying. Like there was no, मतलब वो सांस लेने के लिए बीच में रुक जाती थी, but just keep crying and no reason why I'm crying. But I had a lot of victim consciousness at that time. I would say like there was a lot of why me, कि मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों हुआ? You know, I was a good girl. I was trying to be a good wife. Why this happened to me? What did I do? Like always this guilt, blame, self-blame. I didn't want to put the blame on anybody else. So मैंने कभी किसी को blame नहीं किया, ना parents को, ना अपने household को, ना husband को, आज तक भी नहीं करती. And that is probably the reason we are still in touch. But I always used to think कि मुझसे ऐसा क्या गलत हो गया? Like I couldn't believe that I got myself into that state, and there was a lot of crying. And 3 times a week उन्होंने मुझे therapy पे डाला. And Anu, उस समय I had to give up my career because there was no way I could continue. And 3 times a week therapy group coaching के 5,000 रुपए लेते थे. उसमें 7-8 लोग होते थे और 1 घंटे का सेशन होता था. तो आप सोच सकते हो कि अगर 7-8 लोग 1 घंटे के सेशन में बात करें तो एक पर्सन के पास 6 से 7 मिनट आएंगे बात करने के लिए, right? Because therapist will also talk. So 3 times a week मतलब 18 minutes. मतलब 18 minutes में क्या resolve होता है यार? I don't know. Like, you know, you understand the sessions need to be longer for it to have any meaning. Because half the time would go in updating what happened last week.
what happened over the last 2 days. So that, and there was nobody who was willing to, mom would have paid had I asked her, but I didn't want to ask her. But Avdesh was not, like my ex-husband was not willing to pay for the bills. And he said, no, I think this is all stupid. You need to shake it up and you should be all right, because he was of that view that he didn't believe in self-help and these kind of things.
A lot of people do.
I was like, I have to fund it. Yeah. So I had to, in my depression, in that state, I started a company, which is, I still don't know how God made that happen. I got an offer to make a corporate film for an NGO. Okay. And I made, and I had never made films before. I did have some little bit of theater acting background, but आपको याद है मैंने बोला था मुझे branding का बहुत शौक था और consumer psychology का, तो मैंने ये film complimentary बनाया उन लोगों के लिए, just like that. But वो film बहुत famous हो गया. I made it for Cry and Shiksha for Procter & Gamble के लिए, और वो काफी उनको बहुत पसंद आई. So they said, why don't you make motivational and inspirational AVs for us? Now I was in a state कि मैं client से मिल भी नहीं सकती, बात भी नहीं कर सकती. And so what I would do is I would tell them, yeah, sure. I used to pretend that I'm very busy, and if you want to meet me, you have to give me at least 2 days notice. So see a client, mostly I used to avoid, I used to do phone sessions, but to see a client, I would actually lower my dosage so that I can become sane enough to have a conversation with the client and come back. And I used to record the conversation because मुझे कुछ याद नहीं रहता था घर पे आके कि क्या बोला उन्होंने, तो मैं record करके ले आती थी. And I created a team of freelancers who would actually deliver on the film. So the company was called Parallel Circles, but we never had any staff, zero staff. So what I did, I went to one of my friends who is a very good editor, and I said, look, I want you to take my work, never say no to my work. I cannot afford you, but I cannot afford you to have you on payroll. But what I can do is whenever the work comes, you take my work, I will pay you double of your going rate. And same I did with the music director and so on and so forth. So I had a team which would only come together when there was work. So there was no fixed costs. And all I did was go and take the brief from the client and record it and give it to these guys to understand what the client wants. And then the whole team used to work on it. And that is what paid my bills through my therapy. So 4.5 साल तो ऐसे ही निकल गए. और वो जो movies थी उसी में सारे emotions, expressions वगैरह. I think it was art healing, you can say. मेरे को पता नहीं था कि वो art healing हो रही है मेरे साथ. But I think वो जो एक release मिलता था उन films के through to express my emotions, वो was very helpful for me. Like every film gave me a little bit of hope. And we made almost close to 200 films in those 4 years. So that was that's a lot of work. And that paid my bills. In fact, not only did it pay my bills, it also paid for a lot of other things, which I could create a financial corpus and have the courage to finally move out to being alone, So when I was going through all this, I requested my husband to stay back in the house, and we lived in separate rooms for 6 years. We were not a couple, but we stayed together because I did not want, doctor wanted somebody to be a guardian, local guardian. So I said, तो यहाँ पे रह ले, तेरा rent बचेगा और हम साथ में रहेंगे. You can have your own life, I will have my own life. So इस तरह से 4.5 साल निकल गए, कोई change नहीं था. पहले 2 साल तो लगता था कि चलो अगले साल कुछ हो जाएगा, अगले साल कुछ होता नहीं था. 3rd या 4th ईयर में मैंने चर्च में जाके बैठना शुरू कर दिया. तो माय थेरेपिस्ट वाज इन माउंट मेरी, और मैं सेशन करके आती थी और मुझे घर आने को मन नहीं करता था, बिकॉज मुझे लगता था घर आऊंगी तो मैं रोते रहूंगी. तो मैं जाके ना चर्च में बैठ जाती थी घंटों. आई वुड कीप सिटिंग जब तक वो बोलते नहीं थे कि बंद हो गया, अब आप जाओ यहाँ से. आई वुड जस्ट कीप सिटिंग इन द चर्च. आई नॉट इवन प्रेइंग, जस्ट सिटिंग. just I like that environment, that energy. I would keep sitting. भूख लगेगी तो बाहर जाके कुछ खा के वापस again I'll come and sit in the church. So that's how my life was. And when I disconnected from all my friends and Facebook, social media, everything, because मुझे धीरे-धीरे क्या हुआ, दवाइयों के असर से I had partial amnesia. Like अभी भी मुझे काफी चीजें पास की याद नहीं है. तो जैसे कुछ friends, जैसे अगर कोई Facebook पे request भेजे और बोले कि I am your friend, तो मेरे को पता नहीं होता था है कि नहीं. ऐसे बहुत बार हुआ, किसी ने बोला I was your colleague in your first job, and I'm like, कौन है ये आदमी, मैंने कभी देखा भी नहीं है इसको. Like I had, of course, the key people I remembered, but these non-key people I forgot. So it became very embarrassing to keep telling everybody what I'm going through. So I disconnected from all social media. Basically, I caved myself into my own. कमरे में रहती थी. अगर एडिटिंग रूम में भी जाना रहता था तो मैं सोते ही रहती थी. The editor used to wake me up and say कि आप उठ के जरा ये देख लो, ये ठीक है shot, and I would see it 10-15 seconds and I would sleep again. So that is how my life was at that time. And 4.5 years के बाद somebody I met who said कि अच्छा, दवाइयों की वजह से बहुत सारे साइड इफेक्ट्स हो गए थे. Weight gain was immense. I had become almost 110 kilos. And I had diabetes, blood pressure, cholesterol. मतलब आप जो जो lifestyle diseases सोच सकते, joint problems, खड़े नहीं हो सकते. My knee used to displace. If I used to try to stand for too long, वो एक left knee dislocate हो जाती थी. Yeah, so a lot of issues were there. And then somebody said कि एक voice over artist थी मेरी company में, उसने बोला कि I know someone who can help you with with supplements and that will help you detox your body. तो आई सेड ठीक है मिल लेती हूँ, इतनी सारी दवाइयाँ खा रही हूँ थोड़ी और सही, तब there was no concept anyway. So I met this gentleman called Bikram and he put me on these supplements from Nutrilite and it completely within 6 months it detoxed my body to a level, Anu, that I could understand what medication I was given. Did I really need it? Was I being overdosed? मतलब मुझे इतना सेंस आने लग गया वापस. तब तक तो मैं ब्लाइंड फेथ पे ऑपरेट कर रही थी. And then the same guy put me on motivational CDs and books and he said ki aap self-help books, but he did not know what I was going through, because when I'm meeting a stranger I never told what was that happy face, right? So he didn't know. He was just trying to get me engaged into the further process of the business, but out of his innocence of trying to help me in a different way, he introduced me to self-help books and motivational CDs. And सुनने शुरू किए. पहले महीने में मैंने 90 CDs सुने. That gave me a lot of hope. फिर उसने मुझे बोला तुम किताबें पढ़ा करो. एंड ऑनेस्टली मेरे को किताबों से सख्त नफरत हो चुकी थी. आई यूज्ड टू बी लाइक मैंने इतनी पढ़ाई की, किसी काम नहीं आए, मेरी लाइफ खराब होगी, मेरे को जिंदगी में कोई किताब नहीं पढ़नी. बट इसे पढ़ो तो सही, पढ़ो तो सही. एक किताब पढ़ी अनु, बहुत अच्छी लगी. उसके बाद हर रोज एक किताब पढ़ी, बिकॉज ब्राइट तो थी ना, मतलब वो ऐसा, वो एक बुक यूज्ड टू टेक मी one day ahead, so a book a day kept me alive. And every single day that book happened, and I read 300 books, Anu, 300 days mein. And the last book I read was a book called Battlefield of the Mind by this lady called Joyce Meyer. And in that book, actually mere ko wo book Bible mein rooted thi, very incidentally, so I have a lot of Bible connection if you see. And she was a pastor, she wrote that book, and I had this urge ki main isko jaake dekhu ye औरत कौन है. तो मैंने गूगल किया और तब यूट्यूब नया नया आया था, तो एक वीडियो आया वुमेन कॉन्फ्रेंस बाय जॉयस मायर. तो मैंने कहा चलो ये रिकॉर्डिंग देख लेते हैं. उधर गई एंड उसमें था कि यू कैन, वो कुछ लाइव चल रहा था, बोला कि आप सवाल भी पूछ सकते हो. तो मैं अपना क्वेश्चन टाइप करे जा रही हूँ, कोई मेरा सवाल नहीं ऑब्वियसली वाज एक्सेप्टिंग. बट बहुत देर में लगी रही, 40 मिनट्स तक लगी रही, कुछ नहीं हुआ. आई वाज जस्ट अबाउट टू शट द वीडियो एंड देन वन लेडी सेज आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन एंड आई सेड चलिए लास्ट क्वेश्चन सुन लेते हैं. And that lady asked the question which was running in my mind, Anu, for all these 4.5 years, 5 years. And she asked her that, Joyce, I was the perfect daughter. I am the perfect wife. I'm so good as a mother. I'm a very good daughter-in-law. And yet I suffer. Why me? And Anu, when she asked that, I felt like मेरा सवाल पूछ लिया इसने, मुझको इसका आंसर चाहिए. एंड जब उसके बाद जॉयस ने जो बोला ना, changed my life. She said 6 words. She said, you hurt, you heal and you help. Wow. And she says you are God's child. आपको भगवान ने select किया है. He believes in you. He knows you have the resilience to bounce back. And once you do, you will be in a position to help, heal yourself and help other people. And बस वो जो एक mental switch दिमाग में आया ना, उसके बाद it was no looking back. उसके बाद मैंने सारी modalities try की. Past life क्या, 33 sessions of past life. मतलब आप बोलो जो जमाने में modalities थी ना, सब की मैंने अपने ऊपर. रेकी भी की, ये भी की, सब कितने लोगों के पास गई कि कोई मुझे ठीक कर दे, बस कोई मुझे ठीक कर दे. And that desire to get okay was so strong. Within a year from that moment when Joyce said this, I was out of therapy, out of medication, standing on a fresh slate. And that's when my husband saw that I'm getting okay. So he walked out of the house, and then I had a little bit of a relapse for a few months. And then I realized there was a surge. We went through, then of course, then we went through business separations and we dealt with a bankruptcy also at that time. So depression के बाद bankruptcy and divorce, उसके बाद एक medical condition जिसने मुझे 10 महीने तक bed ridden कर दिया. ये सब करने के बाद when I came on the other side, I had a question, अब मैं क्या करूँ अपनी life के साथ. And that's where the decision to become a life coach and a healer started. And then the journey started of becoming and learning one modality at a time, and that's how where I am today. Yeah.
So this is for all of you to know. No, it was brilliant. It is for everyone to know here. कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि आप के साथ वही हो जो निधिका के साथ हुआ. कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि you will take the same path. कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि you will read the same books that she read. कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि आप उसी psychiatrist से मिलेंगे या आपको वही बीमारियां होंगी which निधिका did. आपकी खुद की जर्नी होगी. You will have your own journey, your own psychiatrist, your own healing modalities, your own way of thinking. But if you pause like she did, and if you tell yourself, I can do it, nothing in this world can stop you guys. So it's so easy to give up. You know, one loss of job, one loss of husband, one loss, one failure in our life takes us spiraling down so badly that we think that's how life is. Life is beyond a spiral down. क्योंकि spiral down है तो spiral up है ना. There cannot be a spiral up without a spiral down. Because if you go up so fast, you wouldn't, and if you ever spiral down without ever going down, like Nidika said, an average child goes spiraling up, spiraling down every second, third day. A failure goes through a spiral down and never goes up. But what happens to children who are spiraled up and then suddenly after 20 years, 20, 30 years, where, you know, their father, life, they were standing right there, never hiding. But they made them believe that they were always the winners. And then they spiral down, the bubble breaks. And when the bubble breaks, there's nothing stopping them. This is a time of introspection for all of you. Do you really want to stay in the spiral down? Or do you want to do something about it? And ऐसे ही नहीं आपको दिखाई देंगी motivation and inspiration. वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए बहुत पोछे लगाने पड़ते हैं, बहुत काम करना पड़ता है. And to share your story is not easy. So applause to Nidika for sharing her story with brilliantly and putting it across to you guys in the most beautiful manner. I'm opening the forum for the questions before I go to the next speaker with Akashic Records. So I generally don't open the forum to questions, but it feels so right now that we will go for questions first. And I have 1 hour because I also have a board meeting today to attend. So this is the reason we preponed today to 9 o'clock. So guys, सवाल है तो फटाफट टाइप करो, नहीं है तो we will go ahead, or you can unmute yourself, put your hand up, because I'm blind as a bat right now. I can't read your...
I can see the comments. Thank you so much everyone for appreciating. Really, it's an honor to be able to share. And if you can take anything away from it, which can impact your life, then I know that I've lived my life well. So thank you.
Wow, that's a big one, Nidika. That's a big one. So guys, there seems to be pin drop silence.
Nidika, I would like to say it's very inspiring. It's amazing. I can completely relate and I can understand. It's amazing, really.
Thank you, Neetu. Thank you so much, Sira. Thank you.
Nidika, this side of you is different.
Yes.
And yeah, this is now, I think, Anu, I think now I'm ready to tell my story too, because she's doing so well. I could see another, she's ऐसे ही बिल्कुल हंसी मजाक में सारे हाथ से बोल डालो. Because it is a time to laugh at our past laurels, you know, whatever we have gone through. Now we laugh it out. What we have gone through, the pain, the asu, all the adversities. Today we look back and we laugh. That is one way what we tell people, that don't take stress so much. You laugh it out after a few years. And Anu, you're doing as usual
superb job.
Thank you,
both of you. Hats off to you people. Salam to both of you.
अगर आप अपनी कहानी भी शेयर करने को तैयार नहीं हो, तो फिर क्या शेयर करोगे आप अपनी लाइफ में किसी के साथ? People wrote history after they died. Can you write your history before you die? Is a question mark. And that's a very small attempt that I'm trying to create at the time when death is walking all around us. अभी भी आपको लगता है कि you have a tomorrow? मुझे कभी नहीं लगा ऐसा. If I had 5 minutes of my today, I would do exactly this.
Wow.
Anybody else, guys, who would like to share feedback?
Nidika, a pleasure listening to you, and साथ होती ना जोर से झप्पी मारी थी.
Thank you so
Seriously.
much. मिलके मार देना एक बारी, कभी ना कभी I'm sure अन्नू बुलाएगी हम सबको इकट्ठे, है ना, जब लॉकडाउन खुल जाएगा.
अब आप दिल्ली में हो, मुंबई में हो?
अभी तो बॉम्बे में हूँ.
क्या कहते हैं अर्चना, पास हो तुम पर करीब नहीं, अपने
बिल्कुल.
हो तुम पास नहीं.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. Love you, man. Love you.
Thank you so much. Love you too.
Just be yourself. Love you.
Anybody else guys? Tick tick 1, tick tick 2. अरे फीडबैक तो दे सकते हो, शेयर मत करो.
नहीं दिया है, बहुत बहुत फीडबैक दिया है.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
I wrote on the chat, Anu, brilliant again, Nidika. You have so much childlike innocence and full of love still. Keep being like that. Be yourself. Love you.
Thank you so much, Teji. Thank you. Lots of love.
Wow. Anybody else would like to say before I go to the next speaker?
Amazing. I would like to say that.
And she's the next speaker, right?
एक सेंटेंस, एक गाना निधिका जो तुमने प्रॉमिस किया था.
Yeah, sure. So it's my favorite song. Yeah, it's my favorite song and शायद मेरे को लाइनें बीच में कंफ्यूज हो जाए क्योंकि बहुत समय से मैंने सुना नहीं है, लेकिन जब वो टाइम चल रहा था मेरी लाइफ में, this was the song that kept me going. And बचपन से I think this is one song which was very close to my heart. It's an Anil Kapoor का गाना है from a movie Mashal. And basically the background is that Anil Kapoor is a gunda in that movie, and then he meets a lawyer who converts him into being a good guy, and then he becomes a lawyer himself or something like that. That was the story. And the song goes, लिए सपने निगाहों में चला हूँ तेरी राहों में, लिए सपने निगाहों में चला हूँ तेरी राहों में, जिंदगी आ रहा हूँ मैं, मेरे हाथों की गर्मी से पिघल जाएंगी जंजीरें, मेरे कदमों की आहट से बदल जाएंगी तकदीरें, मगर एक वो कहानी है जो अब मुझको सुनानी है, जिंदगी आ रहा हूँ मैं.
चलिए बनता है यार एक बार.
Wow.
Beautiful voice. You have a lovely voice.
Thank you.
Wonderful. मजा आ गया. चलिए
Beautiful
आगे
song.
चलते हैं.